Hey, cousin.
Hey,
How you been, Miss Lady?
Miss who?
Miss Lady.
Oh, why it sound like you said Miss Lurdy? I'm like, who the fuck is Lurdy?
I don't know. I don't know who that is.
I don't know. Well, I'm alive. I'm breathing. And I'm blessed. And how?
That's always good. Normally when people say I'm blessed, they be more enthusiastic about it. They be like, I'm alive, I'm great, I'm blessed. You like, yeah, I'm here. I'm blessed.
That's how I feel right now.
Oh, you want me to sing? Normally I would sing Mr. Rogers to people that need a little uplifting. Those are the happiest songs ever. Maybe not for you. You see my knot up here is getting a little better. I'm putting cocoa butter on it.
You had a knot?
Yeah, from last time. You don't love me because I was tying my scarf too tight.
Oh, okay. No, I do love you. I remember now, but I'm
Yeah, I
thinking
mean,
like I really was like, you still got that knot? That's what I was thinking.
yeah, because I keep getting braids, so I keep having to tie it.
That don't blame it on the braids.
Anywho. So what you been up to?
Child dealing with some trifling people person at work. But nah, I mean, other than that, I've been living life trying to, stay on the positive because gas prices is going high, like giraffe. It's very high.
Girl, I was laughing with the memes. I'm like, it can't be that bad. So my tank, Derek said it takes about $32. We went to fill our tank up. It was 52. I said that is a very big difference.
What kind of car you got?
We got like a Mazda. It's not even a big car. It's a Mazda 3.
Oh,
It's not even a big car. $52
it,
to fill that up.
it took 60 for me, and it usually take like $40. So I'm spending over $20 more.
Oh my. What kind of car you got?
I got a Honda Accord hybrid touring.
What does that mean? Is that they take more gas?
No, it's supposed to be a gas saver, and touring just means that it's fully loaded. I was just being extra.
Oh, I'm not a car person, so I'm like, what does it do? It's a
Girl, I'm not
Taurus?
either, but when you looking for cars, you gotta act right. You learn very quick. What.
Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
I do not pick cars. I thought that was a zodiac sign. I'm like, it's a Taurus. How do you know? It was-
What the fuck I ever say was a Taurus? Shut up, because that's a Ford car. I actually had a Taurus real briefly. No, okay, I lied. My mama had a Taurus briefly, but it got burned.
he got burned.
Something with the engine, something caught on fire.
She didn't put oil in the car. The engine knocked.
It wasn't my mama. Don't do that, because it wasn't my mama's fault.
I'm not blaming on her. I'm just asking, how did the car get set on fire? Though
Oh
that
no,
is a reason the
I
car.
just remember we was in a nice neighborhood over in I think Smoke Rise, and we just coming back from a estate sale. Girl, I think my mom tried to turn the car on, and it just started burning. But see, I love my uncle, and this is my dad's brother, but we got it from him. So, but yeah, I remember like yesterday, the car was just burning in that neighborhood. It was so embarrassing.
It
I
was
remember that.
embarrassing. It wasn't a blessing that you guys didn't burn up. It is a scary thing
First
because,
of all, clearly, if I knew it was on fire, that means we at the damn car.
well, I had borrowed my actually my best friend had left her car with me for the weekend and it set on fire. I felt so bad when she came back because I had to tell her
How
that
they
her
say on
car
fire?
was
You
dead.
do.
Well, it was a really old car, so we were what 23. So this is 2000 something, and the car was like 1984. So the car was really
Ain't
old.
you yet? You born 83, right?
Yep. So the
Oh,
car was yeah, I was a year older than that car. So
damn.
uh we not listen.
I just said, damn. That the car is
Why
old.
do people have to say damn when you have to say when you're born? That really sucks that now when you say 83, people be like, damn, they didn't used to do
Nigga,
that.
you about to be 40. Oh,
I know what I'm about to be. Thank you for reminding me. And by the way, I'm about to be 39. I turned 39 this year, not 40.
you're right. Next.
I can't wait for you to be 39. I'm going to call you 40 that whole year.
I don't even. Okay, see, now you're being extra. 'Cause I don't even call you 40 the whole year.
But speaking of, I don't know. pettiness or audacity, for some reason we are going to dedicate our time to Miss Kim Kardashian.
Now, first of all, you funny. I don't want to dedicate my time. I just want to set the record straight because this bitch tried it. You want to go with your thoughts or what? Because I
Well, you
got
know I got videos and stuff, but I don't even know if it's worth it. My thing is, like, I had to look up the word self-made because I remember, this is a little bit off topic for a minute. I remember when people were praising her sister Kylie for being self-made, and
and she's not.
I'm like, what actually is self-made? Because maybe I'm confused. So I looked it up again today just to make sure, and it says having achieved success or recognition by one's own efforts, successful, rich, etc., through one's own efforts. So we get it. It's because you started from the bottom. It doesn't mean that people didn't help you. It just means you started from the bottom
What
and you
bottom
worked
she
your way
started from?
up. No, I'm just, this is the definition
Oh, okay.
aside from them. So I did a little digging today. Where's my little notebook here?
You
I did
always
a little
dig.
digging today to just to get a sense of where these girls started at. So Robert Kardashian, on the when he died, his net worth was $30 million. When in
I didn't
19
know that.
in 1991, when Chris left Robert for Mr. Bruce Jenner at the time,
Yeah, Bruce, still
his
Bruce.
net worth was $100 million. So I am trying to figure out where the self-made came from. Now,
What
just
bottom?
right, where's the bottom? So okay, aside from that, Kim became Paris Hilton's best friend by default because when her and Nicole fell out, then Kim was her assistant and somehow finagled her way in. Everything that Kim did, she took it from Paris with the social media and the this and this and that. So that was her protege. So I mean, if she's saying working hard, yes, she worked very, very hard to mimic somebody else's blueprint. So I have to give it up to her. And
She's
I'm
still
not
doing that.
but I'm not going to take away that she does. She has businesses. She is a mom. I'm not going to say she's sitting on her ass. I'm not going to say that.
She is sitting on her ass.
But no, but the thing that people are pissed off about is it's easy for you to tell people that they're lazy when you had so
Help.
much money to help you, when there's
Right.
people like me and you that's trying to work a full-time job and have a business
And part
and
time.
make, what you say?
And a part time.
Right, same here, and maintain sanity in the midst of that. Like she don't know what that is. She don't know what that feels
No.
like. And so a
But
lot
she
of
a
people was
woman.
just right. Like I feel like maybe if Taraji Henson said that, I'd have been like, okay, girl,
I
okay.
right. If she would have said that, I'm like, you know what, Taraji girl, let me say this, right? Because I played it back. What she said, I mean, yes, you do have to put the work in to get what you want. That's a given. That's a golden rule. Like everybody knows that. That's been since day one. That's just laws of attraction. Whatever. You put the hard work in, you get the, you reap the benefits. That happens. The issue is, why are you saying it?
Well, I was gonna play what she said if you wanted to hear it again. But I just think that what she's saying is in her, I think what she meant was you can't just sit around and wait for things to happen. You have
Yeah,
to.
you have to work hard for it.
That
That's
is what
it.
I think she was saying, but I feel like because it was her saying it, everybody was like, "Girl, bye." I
But
think that's
not
it
even
was who
that.
was
It's
saying
just
it.
her the way she said it. She making it seem like she came from the bottom and stuff. But I'm gonna be honest, if she said that, I would respect it more from her. Cause you gotta think about it. Did she really? I don't think she had money like that
I
before she
don't know
met
Chris
Rob
Jenner's
stuff.
story.
You
Let
know
me
what I'm
see.
saying?
Yeah.
So I really would have. I would have been like, all right, Chris, I hear you, girl. From her, then from Kim. And let's be very clear. Yes, she was Paris Hilton's friend, but what put her on the map? What put her on the map was her spreading her legs to
That was
raise.
an accident. It's not like she
Ain't
purposely
no, I don't give a
pushed it
damn.
through the web though.
I'm not saying she did it on purpose, but guess what? Her mom pimped her out. She saw opportunity. She pimped the shit out of her. They got a damn show, and look what they at now. So you got famous really for laying on your back.
Well, they're saying February 24th that she got paid an estimated $17 million by her daughter in 2018 alone. Wow, that's Kylie who gave her money. She's all their manager on top of that. So
That's what I'm saying. Like, I
oh,
was,
she was a flight attendant. You're right. She didn't come from money. I never knew Chris's
I mean,
story.
I knew
Never.
that because I just knew like that girl ain't come from money. That's what I'm saying. If
No.
Chris Jenner would have said that, I'm like, okay, girl, I hear you, girl, because you're right. Because you got your daughter pimp her the hell out and you made your money. And you know, it might not been, I mean, and I'm gonna use the word pimp because that's what she did. Is it maybe the right thing to do? Probably not. But hey, look what came out of it. But also too, they white.
They're Armenian. And
They're white.
I think that it wasn't about money for Chris for managing her kids. It was about notoriety,
And
power. They
money,
already had
wealth.
money. It was
No,
to be
they
it was
want more money,
celebrityism.
longevity, long generational wealth. That's what she was thinking about.
They already had generational wealth.
Now, I mean, okay,
$100 million plus $30 million.
I'm talking for her kids, girl.
Yes, that's I'm sure it was a life insurance policies, and they could have worked it out that way.
Girl, no.
They was long from broke, is what I'm saying. Like I think it
I
was
never.
about the power.
I ain't saying it was broke. What
Yeah.
I'm saying is, in this situation, Chris put on her thinking cap and say, you know what? I know you're a hoe. I can't change that. But what I can do is capitalize off of this, spin it around, and show the world who you really are, along with your family. And we're going to get this money. That's what she did. And I respect that. Because your daughter is a.
She capitalized. She capitalized on her daughter.
Yeah, she
I will
did.
say that she did
She
that.
did all her daughter. All her daughter.
However, I don't think, and I'm gonna play devil's advocate here because that's what I do on the show.
That's fine. That's fine.
I like to, I guess pull your strings a
Mm-hmm.
little bit. But my thing
Always on my
is,
string, but go ahead, girl.
the thing is, because of that tape, people discredit Kim for being a smart. They discredit her from being any type of good, any type of hardworking because of that. Like they won't like let that be in the past. And how many people have put out sex tapes and no one ever mentions it.
But this is the thing. We ain't okay. We know she did it, and we ain't not holding that against her. But we just want you to know this is the reason why you where you at, because she was a goddamn assistant to Brandy. She used to help Brandy out, and apparently she stole from Brandy too, and Miss Sonia.
What she
So
took from Miss
she took
Sonia and Brent?
a couple thousand. This is when she was Brandy's. Yes, Google it. Google it, girl. Google it. And she had to pay them. But this is my thing. I know you said they Armenian, but in America, guess what? Guess what they are? They white.
Well, they gotta click the white check mark because there's an Armenian one.
They're white.
Oh my God! Sonia Norwood accused Kardashian clan of spending over $120,000 on her American Express card in 2006 and 2007. It was filed against Kim, Chloe, and Courtney and Robert Jr. What's his name? Rob? What they call him? For allegedly spending someone else's money. Girl.
So yeah. Mm-hmm.
So now that I'm thinking about this, and I know we didn't want to really get into Kanye, but I know everybody's like getting on Kanye because he's acting like a kid, but I think he's just mentally ill and he's hurt at the same time, which is not a good
Yeah,
combination.
I mean, Kanye was having
But
issues.
was she as genuine, or was she in love with him as much as he was in love with her? Because clearly he loves her,
I'm gonna say
or
this.
obsessed, one or the other.
I think Kim liked him, and she might have love for him because they got kids and stuff. But all she wanted was his black blood. I mean, black seed, whatever you want to call it, black semen. She just want that. She wanted black kids, and that's what she got. Or mixed
All
kids,
of them got black kids except for one,
except for Courtney,
Courtney.
which I respect Courtney because she kept it real. I'm just being honest. I respect her for that.
I mean, in a
But
day of time, I don't know.
what?
Like, I'm just saying, in a day and time, how do you keep it real? Because you date within your race.
Okay, but see, and this is what, and I'm not saying you, but this is kind of just what irritates me because sometimes people just don't really, they just kind of like surface with it and don't really logically think. Kim Kardashian want to be a black woman. She tries to perpetuate. Okay, she tries to perpetuate that she a black woman because let's be real, she ain't never had no ass. She might have had breasts, but she did not have a curvy
She
body.
did start off with a butt.
None of no, she did
Let
not.
me find your
Go
picture of her.
find it. None of them had body. Their body is man made, like a woman. And then you be getting tans, you be wearing braids and stuff. Like, girl, you're not black. I know you want to be black, but you're not, sweetie. So you got that, trying to take black culture and be in a culture vulture. So it's just like, girl, you ain't even real with yourself.
Dang,
How
she
you,
don't got no curves at all. Let's show the people.
girl? I don't know why. First of all, I just want to say I used to faithfully when the Kardashian show came out. I used to faithfully watch that show, maybe for like 5 seasons. Yeah, about 5 seasons. I used to faithfully watch that show. But
She a
then
stiletto.
I see what they was on, and I was like, nah, I'm good. Y'all trash. And
Oh,
I
she
ain't watched
was
that show since.
fat.
Let's not go there because she doesn't even look fat.
But I think she got body image. You know, sometimes when you are heavy as a kid and teased and stuff like that,
But
you
that's
have
not fat.
serious
She
body
she
images.
just bigger. She was just
A bigger
big, but
girl.
that's
But
not
I
considered
said that
fat.
to say maybe that's why she had all of that stuff going on because she had
What stuff going on? What are you talking about?
all the plastic surgery because she was a pretty girl. She didn't need it.
Girl, man, she want to be black. She like that whole family except for Courtney. One
And Kendall is herself.
Kendall trash too, but that's another story. But you're
What
right.
Kendall do?
I feel like I feel like I'm educating you, and I feel like you should do your research. No tea, no shade, but you should just do.
To be honest with you, I don't care to research them because clearly I never watched the show. I
Right.
never was into that. Like I felt like I watched one episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians and I was instantly bored. All I heard was okay, all
Ooh,
right,
that picture of.
okay,
Mm.
photo shoot, photo shoot, photo shoot. It looked like
But
she was going for her Latina side on this one. I just think she
who
had like
Latina?
I think she was trying to go for the Latina look in that one.
Girl,
And
I'm done. Okay, well, the little T with Kendall, that commercial when she that Pepsi commercial she did, tasteless, tasteless. Go look it up.
yeah,
And
I
don't get
never.
me started on Chloe. I used to like Chloe. She's a disgrace. She's a clown.
I liked Chloe because she was cool with being herself, and then
And then
something happened. She was my favorite.
Lamar happened, and other people, but I think Lamar. But I used to like her because she kept it real, and she had some body images, and she was cool, but she was real about it. She was honest about it. She was herself. But now she's just trash.
Well, that's because once again, body image problems. Like people kept teasing her and stuff like that, and so she fell into it.
Yeah,
So
but now I'm not talking about that. I'm saying like as a woman itself, like you sitting here now trying to say, oh, like she tweeted something about you shouldn't blame the man. I mean you shouldn't blame the woman. You need to address the man. And it's like, so you gonna apologize to Jordan?
oh, they did her. So now I do know about that only because they was
So you
on
gonna apologize to her
Red Table
because
Talk.
you really ran amok over that, and it was really old dude that was being like, he's a hoe. He cheated on you so many times, but because you got pregnant and y'all got a baby, you trying to stick beside him. You look stupid. He's playing you.
This is not the commercial. I think this is people talking about the commercial. Let me see.
No, that's the commercial. Like, really, bitch? Really? Really? A Pepsi? Come on.
That is true.
Okay, who you?
Oh, she
Not
had a
making a
black
black
woman
woman
hold
look
her wig.
bad. I didn't fall for that.
Oh my.
Child.
This isn't Pepsi's first commercial. Okay, we ain't finna watch all that. For people that is listening to the audio, go to the YouTube to see the video. If you haven't seen the commercial, that's basically what we just
Girl.
watched. So she handed, she walked through the protesters and gave the cop a Pepsi.
But the protesters were like smiling and stuff, and it's like not saying that all protesters you got to be sad,
But
but
that's
they
not
were
a
just
happy
making,
situation.
but they were just making light of it, like it's just jolly. No, bitch, we protesting police to stop killing black people. That ain't nothing smiling about that. That's some serious shit. And then you got Kendall. Kendall, she ain't even black. Next. I can't because I'm gonna
I
be.
promise you, I never saw this. I do not pay attention to them at all.
Well, I mean, actually, but it was very big, like around Twitter and Instagram and stuff when it
I
first.
wasn't into all of that back then. I just like maybe
Oh,
2 or
okay. Well, that
3
makes sense.
years I got into, what's happening and this and that. I was kind of in like I was depressed for many years, so I ain't know what that was.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
so
know
when
that.
I finally, I'm not gonna say snapped out of it, but when I finally started healing and doing the work and figuring out the triggers and stuff, that's when I started getting in tune with what's happening with the world, and I was shocked. Like, what the hell? Like, it's just a lot of stuff I'm still catching up on, and this is one of them. So, like, when I got a hold of Kim, she was married to Kanye. Like, so I didn't know. I didn't even
Oh,
know
so
about
you
a
don't know?
tape.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't know about none of that. So when I
Bitch.
started looking her up, I'm like, oh, she had a tape. Oh, she had it. So maybe several years ago, I started really looking into her. But her and her family, I'm like, well, why nobody like them? So I tried to watch the show. Like I said, I wasn't interested in the
So
show.
you don't know that they're culture vultures and all that. So you didn't know about all that.
I learned over the years because I saw
Oh,
that she like her last like this is what I saw recently on her Instagram, and I was just kind of like, I think they're gonna eat her up for that, and I think I said that
yeah.
'cause I follow her, and I only follow her because if anybody has been listening to my show, I love the foolish Kanye West, so I was following, I
It
follow
must be a
him.
Gemini thing.
It is. It's a Gemini Chicago thing. I love them. I don't know
Yes,
why.
that's
I
right.
can't explain
Chicago.
it. But it was this. I think he's a musical genius, and I know I need to
He
look at the
is for
stuff he be
sure.
doing.
He
But
is.
yeah, so this I when I saw this picture, I said, "Ooh, this is appropriation at its finest."
Cause like what? Cause like what? Don't get me started with the braids.
But she's done these braids before though, and so a
And they
lot of
feel bad.
people like there was a big now we're gonna go off subject, but there was a big controversy of the hair, like what's the difference between, like, for instance, you got your hair down and flowy versus like white people wearing braids, like, isn't it like, why is it such a big deal the other way around, not the other way around? And I've seen that go back and forth online a couple of times, like, you guys act like you own the braids and this now. I'm like, but have you read the history of that?
Like there's content behind
It's tribal.
braids.
It's actually tribal. I think when I
Yes.
was at work and I was doing onboarding someone from, what was he from? I think Nigeria. And I
Mm-hmm.
had the French braids, and he said, "Hey, I know the tribe that has those braids." And I was like, "Oh, really?" Like, I felt so stupid. I was just like, I mean, I know it meant something, but I didn't know what tribe it was or anything.
Right.
He had to tell me that. So we're wearing these things, but they actually mean things.
Exactly.
You
Especially
know?
not even in Africa, but during slavery. Like it's a lot of meaning to braids and the hairstyle. So miss me with that. I hate when they do that because that lets me know that you didn't educate yourself because you don't want to educate yourself. You want to
Right.
be ignorant.
So it's more than a hairstyle. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And we're just saying like it is not that she can't wear it, but why you want to wear that? You don't even like you have no connection to that. And this is before she had her kids, her half black kids. You
But
ain't got no
she's
connection.
not even curvy in real life. Look at that.
Exactly.
That's her body right there. I don't know where these weird curves be coming from if they photoshopping it, but she just looks like, a regular shaped girl.
That's not no let's be real. No regular shaped girl is shaped like that. If you are black or
Well, I
Hispanic,
mean people her size. Yeah.
oh okay. I'm saying like no. Like
Now
Kylie, girl. I'm sorry. I don't want to call people ugly, but Kylie was an ugly duckling. She was
we
not
talked
cute.
about this, but whoever did her did it. So I'm gonna plug my site right quick because the reason this is related, sort of, because we're talking about body or whatever. But I recently did a post about Lizzo. And Lizzo said something so important. If you want to read it, it's on BeYourOwnKind.com. It's Lizzo Enrage the People when she says she body goals. And so this is what Lizzo said because people didn't read the whole article.
Of course.
It was empowering as hell. Like I was so empowered after reading it. She said it may not be one person's ideal body type, just like say Kim Kardashian might not be someone's ideal, but she's a body icon and has created a modern day beauty standard. Basically what she's saying is Kim created her own body standard and everybody started following that. So what's the big deal about me creating my own
But
body icon
she
standard?
that's wrong. That's wrong. That's a black woman's body she has on her.
But what she's saying is what's wrong with owning who you are. That's what Lizzo was saying. So people call Kim Kardashian body goals, but then they'll turn around and they'll bash Lizzo for saying she's a body
Oh,
icon.
okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I had to be like, huh? Yeah, but that's because she's fat and she's black. I'm trying to tell. Okay. I'm gonna say this because this girl I know her for a long time. She's smarter. I ain't gonna hold. She's a smart woman. She made a post about Kim and she was like, y'all just don't like what she said because it's Kim. And talking about some she brought up Ray J. I forgot what she said verbatim. But something like you see she got more money than Ray J, something like that. Like basically trying to downplay Ray J in the same sentence. And it's just like, girl, the only reason why she got more money than Ray J is because she's white. That's why. Like
Wait, call on me. Ray J sold some headphones and became a
that's
millionaire
what I'm saying.
overnight,
Like
right?
Ray J got money. Of course, he ain't got Kim Kardashian money, but Ray J got money. But it's like you cannot put them two together because at the end of the day, she gonna get money regardless because of who she is and her skin color. Now, if Ray J was a white man, he probably would have more money than Kim, but he's not. He's black. Now he got money, but and then like don't try to act like he got money. I ain't gonna say that, but dude got money. Like it was just like a unnecessary jab. Like just stick to Kim because you ain't had to say nothing about Ray J.
Well, there was something in the interview that I feel like if I play it, it will now trigger both of us. I
Man,
like one of the Kardashians said it feels good because we didn't have to sing or dance to become famous, and so we can just share our lives. Girl, I'm finna find it. I read it.
who? Chloe said that.
One of them said that.
Girl,
And a lot of people got offended by that. Like, that's a jab at people who actually have talent,
yeah,
saying that it's a
that's
waste
a
of
jab
time
at
for
the
them to
person
do
you
that.
fucked
Let me see if I can
your
find.
husband.
Let me see.
See, and that's what I'm saying. Like they just,
Courtney actually said that, I think.
I'm not surprised.
Let's just go through this right quick. I know we're gonna skim through it. We ain't gonna watch the whole thing
That's
because
fine because I'm finna throw up.
Mhm.
Courtney is problematic, but I respect her because she's really to me. She didn't change her body. Not saying because she not dating black men, but she's just being her. She is a bitch, she is an ass, but I respect her because she ain't changed for shit.
True.
I respect that.
That they think it just comes easy to people. It doesn't, especially if you want something long term. I have the best advice for women in business. Get your to work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
That's so true.
You have to surround yourself with
That's so true. Like the sign off on that, I think made it worse. Look at your face.
Because the bitches are tone deaf.
A good work environment where everyone loves what they do because you have one life. No toxic work environments, and show up and do the work.
But my thing is, there are people that are stuck in toxic work environments because it's hard for them to find another job. So you can't tell somebody who working who barely making it just leave that toxic environment, because that's not everybody's situation where they can do that. Now that's where that did get a little unfair. Like,
I think that's where it's been unfair since she opened her mouth and said that. But somebody was like, they think she was trying to throw jabs at Courtney because Courtney don't like shooting. Like, she don't like basically doing the show like that. Like, she won't work as many hours as Kim or Chloe. So some people was like, oh, that's just a jab at Courtney, and I'm like, it probably is, but it still came off tone deaf. Like, you're a white woman saying this, like, you're trash.
And it's in public. This is a public thing you're saying. If this was just you and Courtney in the room, that's fine.
That's fine.
Like,
private conversation.
When you have a platform and you say something publicly, you are responsible for everything that comes out of your mouth. Like, for real. Whether you have a big or small platform, you got to be careful what you be saying, like, and making sure that you're relating and not just on your high horse. You can't stay in a toxic environment. I worked in a toxic environment for like 11 years because I couldn't find another job and I couldn't quit the one I had. You know what I'm saying?
About almost 4 years, 3 years.
Yeah. So, I mean, I get it. You only got one life to live, but sometimes you're in a situation where you can't get up and leave. Like, I was able to quit a job about 4 years ago, but that's because I had Derek at that point. But when I was single, I couldn't get up and do that. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't leave the toxic environment because that was just me. You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
The smartest person in that room, you've got to go to another room. Like, you don't. I want to be around really successful people because that's going to drive me to be successful. A lot of people get intimidated to be in a room full of smart thinkers, wealthy people, whatever it is. I want to be in that room because it also scares you to want to be, like, to be motivates you and inspires.
I feel like Chloe's advice was really good though.
How?
Yeah, I'm like, I gotta hustle. So I think also
stay around people whose level you want to be on. So don't be.
So why she staying around Tristan?
I said her advice was good. I didn't say her application was. Like, but that
you don't do that.
Stay around people who you want to be around. Like, don't be intimidated by somebody smarter than you or they have more money than you. Like, I get that.
I get that, but again, it's just maybe right message, wrong message.
It's the wrong messenger at this point.
So, yeah, because you see everything on social media and you think, oh, it's just a lifestyle, or oh, it's like really quick and easy and you can just post something, and it's not easy. When you do product shots, when you do
it's not
work-related posts, it's still a job and it's still really hard.
But she got people photographing her. When I have to do all that product stuff, it took me 3 hours because I am my only photographer.
I'm over it.
I'm trying to find, I don't know if this is the excerpt where she said that. It's never easy. So if you put in the work, you will see results. It's that simple.
Oh no, that ain't. I'm sorry.
I'm irritated.
You mentioned this topic.
About what?
This was your topic.
I know, but I just wanted to say, like, that's bullshit. That's pure bull. And that just lets me know that you really don't care about anything but getting the money. You don't. Because if you care, you wouldn't have said none of that like that. You wouldn't have said that at all, probably.
I mean, and like I said, the premise is, if you want something, you got to get off your butt and do it. I just feel the hardcore, you got to get off your ass and da-da-da. Like, I think the delivery and everything about it was just like, no, you got to come a better way because of who you are. And
exactly.
People was going to eat you up for that, right? Especially when you're married to a man who is self-made. I don't know if you've seen the documentary.
Yes,
When people
seen
weren't
it.
paying him no attention, he was playing his song, and they was
But
like, "Can you get out of here?"
I didn't even know he produced. Like, he's been in the game for so long.
Yeah, now you know I knew about him, but yeah, but like he went. I'm a fan,
I am.
but
I'm a
I'm a
fan too, but
fan.
I didn't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Like, he went to a JD birthday party in '96. Like, I didn't even know you knew JD like that. And then I didn't know you produced some songs back in the day like that. Like, when he came out, I remember when he came out, I was like, oh, it's a new rapper. I didn't even know he was a producer.
No, he was Blueprint. He was Blueprint. He
You know what I'm
made
saying?
Blueprint. Yes.
Like, I didn't even know he was producing beats for Rockefeller and all that. Like, I did not know
Yeah,
that
his beats made Blueprint. I don't even
until
think
he came
Blueprint would
out.
have been that successful without him, to be honest with you. Even though Jay-Z is very lyrical, but I think the way the music, like everything flowed in that album, it was just so dope. And that's my whole thing. So for people
Yeah, because
who,
you know that song by,
huh? What'd you say?
no, I'm just gonna say, that song by Trina B. Wright.
Mm-hmm.
He produced that.
I believe you.
Yeah.
He got a
He's so
catalog out there. So I feel like it's a little misinformation when you just telling people when you coming off your millions, just get off your butt and be successful. When you have a husband that's legit self-made for real, who showed us where he used to stay, everything. Come from the bottom to the top. And then you could just like even if that was coming from him, that would have made more sense.
girl.
Don't
I
give
was like, Kanye, you might be a little crazy, but you're right.
He is. But it's like you can't act like you did all this by yourself. And you were destined for success irregardless. You could have done nothing with your life and still live the life that you live.
Uh, Say that again for the people.
So
Oh,
that
heard
is
you.
why the people are like, what? Like if Kanye didn't hustle the way he did, he would still be on 79th Street in Chicago. That's the difference between self-made and not self-made. If he didn't push himself out there and put himself out there and keep putting himself out there,
Mm-hmm.
we wouldn't even know who he was. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. If
That's
he
the difference between self-made and not self-made. Where
exactly.
if it makes a difference if you push or not, that's self-made. If it don't, please shut up. I mean, that's the gist of it for me. But I have to find the quote because I don't want y'all to think I'm making this up, y'all. I
I'm not
just don't.
making it up, but that's just how tone deaf that family is. And it's just like the audacity of you, bitch. I mean, it would be very easy for a lot of people if they had generational wealth or they had money handed down to them or they had the ability to go for what they want and not have to worry about money. Girl.
I don't know. I gotta find this because I want to read verbatim because when I read it, I said, well, what the hell does that mean? Why the Kardashians moved to Hulu? I don't know why they keep giving them a show.
But they full of because they know something we don't want to do it no more. But because I think Hulu gave more money, now y'all want to do it. Y'all some bullshit.
They want to do it because Kanye giving them the ammunition, but they realize that's gonna fade out, and people still gonna care about him, and they gonna be like, "Who? Like, what is the definition of a celebrity?"
That is a good question. Uh, I don't know, and honestly,
You don't give a damn.
oh, okay, because I do like when I used to be like I want to be famous, but I really don't want to be famous. I just want to
No,
be. I just really want to be wealthy to what a point I can not have to worry about paying my bills and be paid. Like I want to have time, time to do stuff, time
right.
to do what I want to do. I don't want to be limited.
I mean that is what I want. I can't find it. If I ever do find it, I'll send it to you because I was just so irritated with it. I couldn't believe that they kind of just posted this pretentious shit. Like, I'm so glad I'm not a celebrity. So you're okay just to be famous just for some fact of being famous. And I don't know if you remember the story where North has said, "Mommy, I know why Daddy's famous, but why are you famous?" They never said the response.
Wait.
But North did ask her that.
When she asked her that?
She asked her that. I remember that story.
Even, but see, I like North because North keep it real.
Because she's her daddy's child.
North keep Kim on her motherfucking toes.
Yeah, because she's her dad.
She really is.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it. She said, "Why are people always following them and taking their photo?" To get very technical, my name is Kim Kardashian. Daddy is Kanye West, and Daddy is a singer, performer, artist. Mommy has so many talents. I can't begin to name them. That's what she told her.
I tell you what her talent is: using two hands. Psych, using no hands. Put it on a handstand.
Well, she wasn't out there being a prostitute.
I ain't saying she was a prostitute. I'm just saying that's what she's famous for. No
She
hands.
she did date. Oh, somebody say, and didn't Kim get famous from literally laying down? And the fact that immediately all they have to do is exist and make millions, is that really working hard? I guess some of us need to be vapid and rich. That's a market for that. Good for them, I guess. People was killing the comments in the variety. I mean, in variety. They're just saying, they said Kim is just famous for being famous.
I'm trying to come back to life because they were not freaking lying. Like that's why, because nobody really knew you as Paris Hilton assistant like that. Nobody really knew you as Brandy assistant and shit. Once that sex tape came out, boom. Oh, Kim Kardashian. Okay.
Yeah, and I didn't know where she came from. I'm like, oh, she's really pretty. And then that's when people start telling me like, oh, she did this tape and da 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 da, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Child. I prayed because I,
Yeah, I'll
I'm
never find this.
say so much. All I gotta say is I don't respect your hustle, Kim. I don't.
Well, she's a billionaire now, and I know that Kanye has helped her. That's the other thing. What about thanking those people that influenced you, that kind of help you get where you're getting? Because to my knowledge, they've had a lot of influence and a lot of help, and I believe Kanye was one of them, and some other people will never know, but they've been influenced by so much. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I think that's all I really have to say about it because I can't find that quote. But I swear, if I find it, I'm putting it on my Instagram because
Because I just want to say, and then somebody was like, your 24 hours is not the same as somebody else's 24 hours.
true.
You might work 2 hours and make what somebody got to do like maybe 10 years.
But that's because of what your privilege and what's around you. It's based on
Yeah,
that, your resources.
a white woman.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they got this new show. I know you were a fan. Are you gonna watch it?
Hell no. It's been a year, over 10 years since I watched Kim Kardashian. I told you I only watched 5 seasons.
Oh,
I
okay.
forgot when you know what? I really stopped when she was married to Chris Humphries and all that shit debacle. That's when I really saw, and I was like, this bitch is fake. She just worried about TV. And that's when I really started watching it because it was just like, ugh.
Do
So
you
yeah,
think they were ever together for real, or was that just for TV?
I think that was just for TV. I think he really loved her, but I don't think she loved him. I think she was just trying to settle because she wanted to get married so bad, and she settled for him.
Mm. Well, I mean, then after that, I guess when she's like, "Ooh, I can get Kanye." So,
Apparently, they were friends.
who him and Kanye,
You mean him and
current Kanye?
him? Yeah.
He met her back when she was with Paris too, I believe.
Mm.
So I don't know. I don't know.
The
But
fact that the Libra just pisses me off every time I think about it.
yeah,
I know people like, well, zodiac signs is nothing. I don't care. It might not be nothing to you, but it means something to me partially, and I don't like it. Like I don't hate the girl. It's just I don't like what she stands for, and I can't take you serious. I can't. At the end of the day, trash. I wish Chris would have said that. I would respect it more out of her mouth. But no, not out the whole mouth. And yes, I'm calling her. I'm gonna call her what I want.
you can. But let me play our sponsors before we get out of here because I forgot to do it in the middle mark. So 1 second.
Hey, y'all, it's your girl, Mz.Metchi, checking in, reminding you to shop my exclusive collection, Lavish Looks by Mz.Metchi, where we've got shades and everything that you need to look fly. Oh, and we also offer accessories. So, ladies, put a little bit of razzle dazzle in your collection today. Be sure to shop with me and follow on social media at Lavish Looks by Mz.Metchi. Grab your products today at Mz.Metchi.com/shop.
This month, CBS 3 Designs will be highlighting famous TV shows. Make sure that you check us out on Etsy. Type in CBS 3 Designs and get to shopping. Okay. Well, that's pretty much all there is to say about this. I honestly don't have nothing else.
Yeah, I'm done because every time I talk about it, I get mad.
You look like I've never. I mean, we've talked about some stuff, but I've never seen you this irritated.
Because it's just freaking crazy. Like people are dying. More so because they don't have money. Like that's the majority of the reason. They don't have money. And what I mean by that is like the depression of not having money, the depression of not being able to go to the hospital to get treated, you know, or buy food, clothing, anything they need to survive. That leads to depression. And if you don't know how to fight it or have the strength to fight it, or don't have a team or have a circle or a village that can uplift you when you're down, and those thoughts get in your head, you're gonna commit suicide.
Or they make like dangerous decisions just to get ahead because
This
they
is
in
true
hopeless situations, which could also lead to a death or
too.
incarceration. And
No, you're right. You're definitely right. So it's just like read the room, bitch. Read the fucking room.
right, because
America ain't what it used to be, ma'am. America's not rich.
and on top of that, opportunities are on different levels. So if you are already up there, you were born a millionaire. If you want to lend some real advice, just say don't give up. Keep working on your dreams. Stay in the room with people who, can help you. Don't be afraid to reach out. There are programs out there. Something that people can grasp. But if you're a millionaire, we know, or billionaire at this point, and you're not grasping for straws, and like they said, your 24 hours is different than my 24 hours. It just don't hit different for you to say that to me. Like, it, like I say, it all depends on who it is. So I do agree with you, and there are bigger issues out here. While you on your high horse saying get out of toxic environments, there are people that are trying to get out of the toxic environment, and every time it looks like they're making some strides, they look like they get pushed back 3-4 steps backward, and it's like they can never get off that conveyor belt. They can never get off
Whew.
that treadmill. And what about those people that are trying their damnness to get out of their situation, but they don't know how. Two, they not around the right people, or there's just hopeless situation. So you can't be on your high horse. I don't think anybody can be on a high horse and say, just get off your ass and work, because there are people that's I'm one of those people that be up to 2-3 o'clock in the morning working my ass off. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for you to say that when you're sitting on millions and you got a nanny and you don't have to work a 9 to 5, that's a slap in my face. Who works a 9 to 5, who is a wife. I don't have a cook. I gotta cook my own food. I gotta clean my own house.
Oh, girl, I had to tap back in because you was telling the truth. My soul came and left because you're telling the truth.
So, I mean, I get what you're saying about that. And normally I am devil's advocate, but I only had a sentence to be on her side with that. Because...
And that proves my point. You can't even be really devil's advocate because everything is true. Trash, tomato, 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 tomato.
Well, girly, I mean...
I just want to say this too.
What?
I'm being funny. You saw how Chloe was behind that damn desk and not in the front.
Right.
Still got fucking body issues, and bitch, you skinny like a stick.
But that's my point. You have all of that money and all of that stuff, but you're not even right within yourself. You know what I'm saying? You don't even feel comfortable within yourself. So how... I don't know. How can someone that's not comfortable with what they look like give me advice?
Like this, I remember this whole had a fashion competition, and I'm like, bitch, your fashions are trash.
Who, Chloe?
Yes.
I didn't know she had I know they had that clothing line at Sears at one point. That's all I know about
Girl, that. So all right, let's wrap this up because I'm getting irritated all over again. And
here's the thing: we have to find something empowering, right? Because this is Women's Month, and I don't know if you would just with the next show you want to talk more about women issues and not this stuff.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? We were supposed to talk about feminism.
We were, yet this is anti-feminist. It's empowering for the rich. So now we have to have a show that empowers all women. Can someone please resuscitate her over there? Either you fell asleep.
I'm sorry. I told you. I done blacked out so many times because bitch what? Because bitch what?
So, okay, so in our next show, it should still be March on our next show. Yeah, it'll be the 30th. It'll be the 30th actually. So
we're gonna be positive about women, how do I say women rights? Lord, we're gonna bring up. I think we should talk about feminism and what it really means, not what the media put it out there to be and men put it out there to be. So I think we need to talk about that.
I think we should talk about that, and I really want to get into, like, everyone shoots this quote, this Malcolm X quote out: "Women are the most unprotected." And
he didn't say women.
Black women.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, black women. I was paraphrasing, but I guess that's important.
You can't paraphrase that.
That's true. He said black women are the most unprotected.
Thank you.
So what has me thinking is, in that case, that means, are our black men protecting us?
Okay. There are a percentage, but it's not enough.
It's not enough. I don't know if you saw the Nick, and we're gonna get out, but I don't know if you saw the Nikki interview with Joe Budden, but she had mentioned you do not like Nicki Minaj. Before I get into this,
no, Nikki, like, I respect her craft. She's an amazing rapper, one of the top 10 at best, but she's problematic too. But we're not gonna get into that.
I ain't trying to. I would like you to not keep blacking out, so I'm just gonna get to this
point. Okay, because I was gonna black out, but no, I'm listening.
So the point is, what she said is, she said that Kanye was trying to infiltrate or try to put his foot in the fashion world, and it was hard because they don't and we're not invited in those spaces,
Exactly.
So she said when he finally got in there, and she wanted to do it. She reached out to him, and he had made, some excuse as to why he couldn't, push her along in there. And it made me think, like, you knew how hard it was for us to get in that space, and now that your foot is in the door,
Yeah,
why not help a black woman get in there?
Black man.
Why not give the introduction?
Because, and you know what, I ain't gonna say that because he's a black man. I really think it's just gatekeeping amongst him and being black. Because I forgot the saying verbatimly, but they was like basically saying, like, in corporate, when one black person make it up the ladder, normally they don't try to tell people down below them, hey, try to give them advice on how they made it, because they want to be the only ones up there.
So how do we get protected if our own men, if there's a slight, small sliver percentage protecting us?
We gotta protect ourselves, child.
But we cover black men. I feel like we're really good with covering the black man.
Yes, we do. We do. Because we love our black men. And let's be clear, there are black men out there that
most definitely
protect, but it's the minority. But this means that, like, to really get deep into this conversation, you really gotta go back to slavery time.
That's true.
And the Atlantic slave trade, and how what they did to all those African people, turn into African American, blacks, whatever you want to call it, people, Moors, whatever they are, and see the destruction that they did. And then people are not thinking, it took how many years to really race or the culture and stuff? Like 400 plus years. So it's not gonna happen overnight to fix it. We just gotta be consistent and fix it. But it ain't gonna happen overnight. It might take another 400 years till we really can be one. It might not even be in our lifetime.
It's definitely not gonna be in our lifetime. I would hope I would see. I'm seeing progress, but getting to where I feel we should be, I may not view that in my lifetime. I may not experience that in my lifetime.
Girl, and I wish I could, but I get it.
Yeah.
My best to plant the seeds so my kids can experience that.
Amen. So next week we're going to get into some women stuff, some feminists, what a feminist actually is versus what everybody is making it out to be. Because if people really were a part of the feminist movement, we wouldn't have anybody bashing Lizzo at all, right?
They still gonna bash her because she's fat and black.
Yes, but feminism is being a woman and living your best life as a woman. So it's hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy in that movement.
It is.
It depends on who you are and what you look. Yep, I know.
We're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna leave that whole portion in the next video
because this will be a 2-hour.
Yeah, I'm trying to abide by the rules that she has.
Oh, don't do that in front of the people. This is why I told her we need to watch the time. Is because I tried to upload our last. She's not gonna do this to me. I tried to upload our last episode onto Facebook Live to premiere it, and because it was 2 hours, they wouldn't let me do it because our video was too long. So I said, hey, let's stay under 2 hours, maybe an hour 15, just so we can get on Facebook Live. And she acting like I called her and was like, we can't talk.
That's what I got. I'm fine. No, I'm just playing. Nah, I ain't want to be 2 hours. When we start talking, we just start talking.
That was a good subject last time, though. So, and the fact that I was on the website that I was on, then you had to turn around and re-educate because when you realized my source, you was like, oh, God.
I don't mind teaching because I be like, damn, because you older than me. How the fuck you don't know this?
I do know some of this stuff, but
I'm joking. You are smart.
But I mean, I'm smart in what I'm smart at. And like I said, I disconnected a lot.
No, all around,
I disconnected from a lot.
I always thought about that of you, my cousin. And I'm not saying this because we live and stuff. I always looked up to you because I'm like, dang, Renita's so smart. I want to be smart like her one day. I'm so serious.
You are. You're smarter because you're educating me. So.
Shut the. Knew you was gonna say that. I almost broke my. You almost made me throw this at my iPad, and I can't.
Because I said you were smarter.
No, because it was being sarcastic.
It's not sarcastic. You're educating me. So for you
I'm
to
not
teach
smarter
me
than you.
something,
It's just I know about the stuff we're talking about is basically race. I studied like African American history that's along the lines of race. So I'm gonna know in regards to that and what we talk about. I am gonna have more in depth knowledge of it. Like what you good at and stuff. I don't know.
well, I'm all about mental health, and that's why I always play devil's advocate with you on certain things because I'd be like, okay, but think about this and think about that and da 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 because I'm thinking of like the mental portion, like the psychology part.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. We need a devil's advocate.
But it was really hard this episode. I'm not gonna lie.
Because it's trash. Pure.
Yeah, I agree with you 98% this time. So this may never happen again. But we agreed a lot on this one.
Why ain't gonna happen again?
I don't know. Because I feel like sometimes you be too hard on the people.
How am I too hard on the people? Oh, rich white people, you mean?
No. Like some benefits of the doubt. Oh, I don't know. Like, what are we talking? We're just gonna talk about the feminist movement and just flow like we normally do.
Yeah.
Okay.
The good, the bad, the ugly. Ooh, the good, the bad, the ugly.
Let me write that down because we don't never have a title.
We don't. We just make it as long as we go.
That's
how life is. Make it as long as you
go. Okay, everybody. Well, until next time. Yeah. For people out there that are working their tail off and trying to be successful and doing everything that they can, keep going. You're doing a great job. Yes, you are fantastic.
It doesn't come overnight.
Yes.
Keep hope alive.
Keep going. And until next time, be sure to be kind to yourself and each other. Bye.
Wait, hold on. Until next time, peace, love, and soul.
Bye, y'all.
I still did that Black History